Hello everyone, welcome back to X-Plane 11. Once again, we are continuing our flight to Memphis on the Boeing 737-800. Have a look at this. The winds right here showing 305 at 60 knots. We're pretty much up here in the jet stream, and this is what all of this strong wind moving across like that is what's been feeding all that severe weather. That line of weather is way off to the east right now as we're continuing north. And yeah, all that's feeding into that storm system down there that's producing tornadoes and all that good stuff. But it's pretty crazy to see it when you're up here at cruise altitude, just how fast, you know, that air is moving up here. Now we're almost to Echo Lima Delta, and one thing that's really cool you can do is you'll notice when we flew over Lurik how the airplane banked really hard. And you can change that by this one right here. You can click that guy over, then I'll make it a little bit more of a shallow bank. It won't be so abrupt per se. Another thing I want to show you after we make our turn over Echo Lima Delta is something I didn't show you when we were on the ground, and that was how you step through your flight plan to make sure everything looks good. Normally you do that, but it was a default airplane, so it wasn't even in my brain to think that it would do that. But I figured out how to do it, and I'll show you that a little later on. And we're right over El Dorado right now, so there's the airplane making a much more shallow bank than it was before. And now we head to Hoboken, so we're getting closer to Tennessee ever so slightly. We'll be in Memphis before you know it. With that rolling off right there. So I want to show you what you can do with the FMC. So let's go ahead and pop this baby open. Well, actually, we don't have to do that. All you have to do is just put this thing into plan mode, you know, like you normally do. So we're in plan mode now. And then we have the step button, just like you do in any normal FMC in any kind of airplane. You kind of step through it and make sure it's all good to go. And when there's that one, boom. It's pretty much a left turn, and then we're straight in because that is already the go-around procedure and the hold for it said go-around procedure. So pretty cool stuff. You can do that in the default airplane. Like I said, you know, this default airplane has just got so many options compared to anything default that FSX ever gave you. So it's a little more advanced than you would think, but I really, really, really like it. $95 miles out to Hoboken, and what I'm gonna do here real fast is put the ATIS frequency in, so we have that ready to go. 127.75. 87. Oh, down you go the other way. Other way. There we go. 127.75. That's 775. I want 75. Oh, right there. Perfect. So once we get closer, we can pop that in, so we can find out what the altimeter is at Memphis. And don't mind the shadows sometimes being blocky like that. This is still in beta. One of the big issues has been not only the shadows being blocky like that, but the sky banding. I do have a couple Lua scripts I'm running in the Fly with Lua, so that pretty much gets rid of all of that. And also, the sun doesn't bleed through the panel anymore. So I'll leave the text. I'll leave the two text documents that you just make a .lua in the description below that I'm running. And you can just use Fly with Lua. You install that as they say to do it, but I just removed all the scripts out of the script folder and then put my two Lua scripts in there, and it's good to go. So hopefully that'll help you out if you're having sky banding issues in your X-Plane 11. All right, we're about 70 miles out right now to Hoboken, so we're going to start our way down, and basically we're going to let everybody know they need to get back to their seats. Let's go ahead and do that now. There we go, and we are going to slow the airplane down to 280 knots is what they want. And we'll go into vertical speed mode, so we're going to go down to flight level 230. So let's get this baby all ready to go here to 230. On down you go. We can already start ourselves down, so we aren't taking forever. Just crack this open at about 800 feet per minute right now. And we'll increase it as we head down, and we'll get all the ILS information we need as well for our arrival. So we just want flight level 230, as you can see right down there. Hoboken is showing 23,000 we cross at. So we're gonna do exactly that. Finally in our descent phase of our flight today. And there is 230 set. Let's continue down. We're going to do about a good old, I don't know, 2,000 feet per minute for now. And we are going to put this baby out. We're going to bring the speed brakes out to flight descent like that to assist with the drag on the way in. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and hit initial reference here, arrival data. So runway 36 right is showing 111.35. So let's go ahead and go to our pedestal here. It's going to be 4, I believe. What would I say? What was it? It was 111.35. Yeah, 111.35. So we'll go 111.35. 111 is already in there. We just go to the other one, small one, the 3.5, and pop that over right there. So that's in the nav, and it's good to go. We could turn the nav little thing on here so it makes the beeps and boops, but I'm not really worried about that. That's all set. And what else we've got? We've got localizer bearing of 001, it looks like. So 001 it's going to be. We'll put that in the course to 001. Right after 360 here. There we go. 001 is set right there. And glide slope angle is going to be 3 degrees to the runway. And the runway elevation is 335 feet. So 335, we'll put that in the landing altitude right here. It's already at 300. We could just go 350. That's close enough. That works for me if it works for you. And we go back to our legs page, and we'll be all set up for our LS into runway 36 right. One to go. Almost to flight level 230. There's Hoburg right there in the little red dot. So we're easily going to make 230 right there. And then we go to ROCAB, and they want us down to 230 knots at 10,000 feet. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is continue this altitude on the MCP down to 10,000 feet, because obviously it takes forever for us to dial that thing down. And I don't want to miss it once we're over that and have too much of a workload happening here. So we're going to ever so slightly move our way down to 10,000 feet, and we'll slow the airplane down to 230 after we cross Hoburg here. So almost 10,000 here, and I'll slow once we get over Hoburg. All right, we're well past Hoburg, and we're still continuing our descent down. We're going to give a little bit more down now and really get this puppy down to 10,000 feet right here in 10 miles. So we're going to go back to 2,200, and we've got the speed brakes out as well. I turned on some lights in here so we can see everything a little bit more. It looks like the sun is starting to set behind us, so it'll be a little bit of an evening approach. I don't know if the lights are going to be turned on or not, but I want to be prepared just in case. All that looks good. All that looks good. Fantastic. Climbing through, or climbing, we're descending through 19,500. We'll be making 10,000 no problem in 7 miles.
Memphis Intl Information Echo.
All right, getting our ATIS.
2300 Zulu weather. Wind 330 at 35. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 14.
Okay.
Dew point -25. Altimeter 3018.
3018.
Arriving and departing runways 36 center.
No, not
36
you.
left. 36 right.
3018.
Advise on initial contact. You
Come
have
on,
echo.
you dumb thing. Let me go. Let me go the other way. There we go. 3018, he said. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Quit hitting standard. 3018. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Some of these hit
Memphis
spots are just not the best.
Echo.
Just not the best.
2300 Zulu weather.
3018.
Wind 320 at 32.
Come on, you can do it.
Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 14.
That is the worst
Dew
hit
point
spot.
-25. Altimeter 3018. Arriving and departing runways 36 center, 36 left.
There you go, 3018.
36 right.
Yeah, we heard it. We heard it, bud. Thank you. All right, 15,000 feet. We didn't make that 10,000, but that's because I was messing with everything else. We're going to continue down. Everything looks perfectly fine from right here. We really need to slow this puppy down, though, even more than we already have. So a little bit more on that guy. We're going to shallow it out a little bit so it's not speeding up too much. And we're going to try to make 250 knots down here at, we're going down to 2,000 in Medan, looks like. So let's continue down to 2,000 feet. Don't want to be too high for this approach. I miscalculated that one. That was my bad. All right, below 10,000 feet. We're gonna turn our lights all on here. Get ready for our landing. Oh, come on. Come on, don't be stupid. Messing with these stupid switches for way too long. We're busting airspeeds and all sorts of fun stuff, man. I tell you, it's a good time. Let's let them know they need to be seated. We're landing. We're at 9,000 feet, 253. We're right around 250 knots. We're okay there. Okay. We need to be down to 2,000 feet here, getting to Hayden, which I think we're gonna make perfectly fine here. We're just coming in pretty hot and pretty quick here, but that's kind of Southwest style. So we're good there. 8,300 going through the clouds, and we still got the speed brakes out. We need to get this baby leveled off so we can get some flaps put in here. Look at that, flying through the clouds. I love that. That looks so cool. You really get a good sense of how fast you're going whenever you, you know, cloud surf like that. 7,000 feet. Still looking good. Continue to descend, my friend. Continue to descend. It's going to be shake, rattle, and roll here coming in. There's 7,000 feet right there. We're 9 miles out to Hayden. I think we're going to make it perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We'll go up a little bit here. Slow this puppy down. Slow down, buddy. Slow down. All right, let's do arrival check stuff here. We got we got our anti-skid. What? I'm just reading that light there. Auto brakes 2 is going to be set. We're going to be doing a flaps 30 landing. We're going to make sure we're going to be leveling off here pretty good. There's the airport right there on our left. Got it in sight already. How about that? Once we make our turn, we'll be able to slow this puppy down. No problem. No problem at all. We're at 5,300. 5 miles to Hayden. So we'll be down to 2,000 before you know it. All right, making our turn. Still going to be a little fast here for my liking in the airplane. Even though we're well below, you know, the placard speed, it won't let us put our flaps out yet. I'm still trying to get it to do it, and it just won't do it. So I don't know what its deal is. It's not happy about that. But we're going way too fast for this arrival. Way too fast for my liking, at least. Let's hope once we get turned here, we'll be able to slow this baby down. Let's bring this up a little bit. Because we're at 3,200 and we just got to be down to 2,000. We'll be okay. We'll be A-okay. Line up on the runway now. All right, come on. If I can get my flaps in, that would just be great. You're just not letting me do it, are you? Nope, not letting me do it. I'll turn my auto throttles off and kill these engines so we get really slow here. There's a runway there. Coming on 2,000 feet. We're landing on runway 30 or 31, right? 36 right. That's what it is. 36 right. All right, will you let me put my flaps down now? There they go. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Coming up on 2,000 feet here. So we're leveling off pretty good, actually. Get this baby slowed down even more. Nope, don't want to do it. I don't know what this beta airplane, man. You got to click these flaps back and forth sometimes to get it to slow down. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. There we go. Flaps 5 looking good. We can bring this baby forward. Let's go ahead and arm the speed brakes so that we have the green light. Where you at? There, oh, there it was right there. Green light is set. Looking good. We can switch over to ILS actually. So let's go to VOR Loc. There she is right there. Can we get a VOR Loc? Yes, we can. We're tracking nice and good there. Slowing this baby down. Ever so slightly. A little bit more flap. Other way with the flaps. There we go. It's starting to track it now. Ever so slightly. Still shows us the glide slope is coming down here, but it says to be at 2,000 feet, and that's what we're doing. We did get it slowed down though, man. They got it slowed down a lot more than I thought. Flaps 15, please. Add our power in here just a little bit. But you know what? We flew in here real quick. The passengers are gonna be happy. We're gonna make it a good arrival here. Once we intercept the glide slope, we're gonna go ahead and arm the approach and also drop the gear. So gear down. Here's the gear, arm the approach. Approach armed. Hold on to your butts. Flight attendants, be seated for landing. Looking good, about right there. Next setting of flap. Flap 25, please. And then here in a second, once we get stabilized back out on that, I'll go ahead and disconnect the autopilot and hand fly it in. And flaps 30. All right, landing checklist. Gear down, 3 green. Speed brakes are armed. Everything looks good. ILS is looking nice. Let's go ahead and disengage the autopilot.
Caution.
Landing, I have control. Let's go ahead and hand flyer on in here from now on. 1,000 feet. Yeah, a little bit of power here. Staying about right there, looking good. Oop, little high. Need to drop her on down. But if we were in the clouds, you know, we would have to worry about the localizer a little bit more than we do. But since we have a nice visual on the airport, we'll be a-okay, I have a feeling. Let's go ahead and pull the power back. It's so easy to come in too fast in a 737. 737s are you land them quite flat. You don't flare them overly too much because they'll balloon like crazy. We're looking good right now. Back up on that glide slope. Right there, add that power back in. We're doing good right here. And you just kind of fly it to that runway and then we'll flare right at the last few moments. Let's get a nice rounded out smooth landing. Looking good. 300. Tad low, bringing it up. Shut up about the glide slope, lady. Look down for 1 second. There we go. Had to get my my trim all set. Did not like it. More below the glide slope. There's 10, and then up, and down we are. Ooh, bounced her. Bounced her a little bit. Fly that nose down. Reversers can come out. I held that nose a little too high up. We had a little bit too much flare too. There's a lot of things wrong with that approach. I just came in way too fast, man. Way too fast for my liking. But we're down in one piece. Play the reversers at 60 knots. Auto brakes can come off. We'll easily make this turn right here. Fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memphis. Let's check out that landing, shall we? Alright, so yeah, I was a little too slow there at the end and a little too much flare on the airplane, but we got her down in one piece. Let's go ahead and clean it up. We'll bring the flaps all the way in and we'll taxi over here to our gate. We're just gonna taxi right over here, pretty much close to where Frontier parks. And also need to bring the speed brake forward. There it goes. Looking good there. Pull back the power a little bit. And we can go ahead and start the APU. There it goes. Bringing everything in. Turn off our landing lights as well. Don't even need our runway turn-offs anymore. Strobes can come off now. We can just go to steady lights there. Wing light can come off. APU can come on bus like that. Turn that APU bleed on. There it goes. And yeah, I think we're pretty good here. Everything's cleaned up. Beautiful evening approach into Memphis, although, you know, little fast, little slow on the landing, but that's okay. I don't have too many landings or too much time in this airplane. I think that was my technically a third. So it takes a little bit to get used to, but hopefully you learned something along the way on how to fly the default 737-800. That is the idea here, at least. And we'll go ahead and taxi this baby on in. They have auto gates here, but I don't think they're animated. They don't come out to you on this scenery. They don't. We'll go down to this one here. That'll work for me. Everything looks good. Taxi light can come off now. Don't even need that on anymore. Ooh, those pumps. Center pumps are pretty much toast. We used all those babies up. Yeah, we'll make a left turn here. Like I said, we don't need those taxi lights on. Don't need to blind our marshaller. Not that we have a marshaller or anything, but, you know, if we did. Right here's going to be our turn. Right there. I can see the auto gate, but I don't think they work. I really don't think they do in X-Plane 11. They work in X-Plane 10, but not in 11. Let's start our turn here to the left. A little bit more of a turn. Looking good. A little more power than that. Ease this baby on into the side. We'll line it right up here with the PFD for the most part. Pretty good center line right there. A little bit further in. You can pretty much see the gate and kind of guess where you're going to be stopping. Pretty much a little bit. Probably about right there, actually. Yep, right there will do. Pull those there. Parking brake comes on. Kill those. Kill those. B can come off. Like that. Let people know that they can get out of their seats. We'll go. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I got faith in you. There we go. That works out perfect. We turn that light on. And there we have it, folks. We made it to Memphis in one piece. Although we, you know, we're fast and we had some errors here and there. You learn from every flight you do. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.